Growing up in Nebraska, I wouldn't say I had a lot of women to look up to in sports media. I remember I read a lot of what Rainbow Rowell wrote. She wasn't sports focused by any means, but she was a woman in journalism. I really enjoyed her work for the Omaha World Herald. So she was somebody who definitely inspired me. But yeah, from a national perspective, it was really women like Linda Cohn and Erin Andrews. Now I look at women like Laura Oakman. She founded Galvanize and is actively working to create a much more friendly and inclusive space for women in sports. She gives so much, and she's somebody that inspires me, where I want to be like her. How do I keep building up the people around me? And so to this current day, I still look to women like Linda Cohn and Erin Andrews and Maria Taylor, but also Laura Oakman. Laura Oakman is like the MVP in my mind. Like, she is not only so incredibly good at what she does, but she is such a champion for others. And I just think that's so inspirational. I want to be like that. So growing up, I was a fan of the show Gilmore Girls, and I don't think I've actually shared this all that often when I've talked about it. Rory Gilmore, the daughter in the show, was a journalism major at Yale. She pursued journalism in high school, and I don't know, I just thought that would be really cool. I also had a passion for sports. I grew up playing all kinds of different sports, but just didn't find something that ultimately carried me into being a collegiate athlete. So wanted to continue to be connected in some way. I've always said I'm not a very good fan. I'm a better media member. As a fan, I'd always stand in the crowd and just want to absorb the game. I didn't really want to cheer or be excited. And it wasn't because I wasn't excited about what was happening. I just wanted to dissect everything around me. So that was always the joke, especially among friends, is I just wasn't the best fan. I don't have an end goal. I think part of that is because when I first got to college and I thought broadcasting was the route, at the time, the only people I really saw that looked like me was Linda Cohn on SportsCenter. It was a lot of people nationally, and I think I looked at ESPN as sort of the end-all, be-all. And over 10 years of doing this, I have found that there is no perfect end. I'm a big advocate for women in sports, and I will say this cautiously because I would say I could have been a better advocate when I first started out. When I first started out in sports, I think this industry pegs women against each other in such a way that it's constantly competition. And it feels like you're looking over your shoulder all the time. Is she taking my job? Or what am I doing? Am I doing enough? I think as I got further into my career, I realized that we all have different paths. And that means mine's gonna look different than the woman standing next to me or the woman standing next to her. And that led me into the current path I'm on, which is I really wanna be an advocate for women in sports.